Test. Test, test, test. Hello, I'm flying to Bremen over the North Sea, North Germany. I hope you can hear me and see the game. Hello everybody. Welcome to the brand new B-17 cockpit and interior. Today I'm gonna be doing some gunning. Alright. Gonna switch to the bombardier position first. Looks great, it's awesome. Of course my track IR is losing connection. When I look to the left side. Okay, disable autopilot for the nose gunner. And I'm also going to disable the autopilot for the cheek gun because it constantly gets in the way because the nose is very crowded. So just leave that hanging here. And when I press crew member 3, that's nose gun, 4 is right cheek gun, and 5 is navigator's gun. But for some reason when the autopilot on this one is disabled, I can't use this gun. Yeah, this has something to do with Zonk. We plan to include this interior into the mod. Because B-17 is like the primary aircraft the mod is made for. I was very interested in somebody making an actual interior. Okay. We have contrails inbound. Last time I tried this, I couldn't actually aim at anybody who attacked because the gun can only traverse to the left like this and not any further. Might want to switch to the top turret.
Fighters, 11 o'clock. We're under attack. Please assist.
Those are FW-190s. And they are really scary. Okay, incoming. I can't aim at that one. Can barely reach that one. Ah, nope. Holy moly, that gets intense quickly and I can't really do anything. Hello there. Whoop. Nearly missed that one. Please don't crash into me. Collision avoidance is a main thing on the Zonk to-do list right now. Struggling with my track IR. Don't quite understand what's going on. Recenter. Yeah, I can't look down at all. I don't know why. Hold on. Okay. That does not seem to help. Naturally it's doing that stuff when I'm trying to stream. Okay, let's try again. Seems better. Okay, I did not miss any attacks because the attackers are still overtaking. So let's take the time. Oh, never mind. More fighters incoming. Yeah, one basically has to accept that you're not going to hit anything. But the more lead you throw at the wall, the higher the chance of something of it going to stick, I guess. My track IR doesn't work at all. It's frustrating. I don't understand why. Well, backup plan, disable track IR and use coolie head. Yeah, this is actually the turret from the B-24D. Asura somehow got his hands on that stuff. So yay, now we have the nice looking 3D models for the B-17 as well. I also have the ball turret, which is awesome. Inbound. This time I can actually do something. Whoa, he hit us. No major damage as far as I can tell. Some holes in the wing. Let me check something. Ah, that's what I suspected. The models of the attacking aircraft were loading in quite late. That's because I had, for FPS reasons, low render distance enabled. It's not necessary. Let me check something else. I just recently switched conf because I'm using a different config for full screen. So right now... Okay, this increases contrail distance and render distance of glass effects and stuff. So that's why I'm having a little less FPS than I should have. Inbound to the lead formation, I think, not to us. Or maybe the low formation. There you go. There he is. Whoa! Should have stayed at the top turret. With these head-on attacks, it's quickly becoming overwhelming to look at everything, and you really understand why there is a need for multi-crew, because I cannot be everywhere at once. Even when I'm using the minimap to see when somebody is coming in. Okay, disable DF debugging to remove those numbers. Apparently we got a motor smoking and we are shooting at somebody. Okay. He's attacking another formation, so we're good right now, but we have a load of aircraft overtaking. I can cheat a little bit and enable the little markings. Now I can see the 190 over there and all of those. I can clearly tell where they're going. I think we have a rear attack on a straggler behind us. Let me switch to the rear gun. Well, somebody is firing at somebody, but I cannot tell who. Nobody behind us, alright. Well, the tail gun position has been shut up as well, and we still have that motor smoking. Let me check something. Oh, it's already inoperable. Right. That should make the AI attack us from behind eventually, because it's supposed to finish off stragglers in a rear attack and it's not supposed to attack them head on. Jesus. There's one. I can't wait to do this in multiplayer again. It's like 10 people. If the aircraft gets damaged too much, I might overtake flying the aircraft as pilot. Because AI is really bad at handling damaged aircraft. But I think it's fine for now. Mid-air collision, I guess. Fortress going down without stabilizers. That's hopeless.
Attention, fighters, 10 o'clock.
Nobody seems to be coming for us exactly right now. Gonna enable autopilot on the top turret and go into the nose again. Enjoy the view. So right now the nose is bobbing because of the AI handling the damage we received poorly, but I think it actually would be a neat feature if... Oh boy. Everybody going for one straggler? What's still going on?
Attention, fighters.
That's really scary. That fortress is going down over there. Okay, they seem to be overtaking as normal. Enable this autopilot and use this gun for a second. Oh, he seems to be going for this one. Maybe I can see that from the tail. Oh, inbound to us, I think. Maybe? Doesn't seem so. Oh, by the way, there are brand new waist gun positions, which I never used until now. Or showed until now, rather. Okay. On this side there are no enemies currently, so let's choose the other one. Inbound. There are 5 fighters overtaking over there. That doesn't make any sense to shoot at anybody. Who's shooting? Incoming! Walter is firing, that's the autopilot doing that. I need to remember the keys for the different positions. Okay, 8 is left waist, 9 is right waist. Inbound. And 10, which I don't even have bound, because no aircraft did have so many positions in Ypack, is the rear gunner, and I think I got him. At least he's smoking. There's some issue with the guns getting stuck here. I can't move to the left when I'm in high elevation, so I have to move like this, and then I can go straight again. I think that's a feature because the armor plate is blocking the guns or something. Asura has made a really well model. Really nice model. It's made really well.
Attention, fighters. 11 o'clock.
Left side. Correction, right side. The straggler under attack. There they are. My plane does not have 4 wings. It has 2 wings and a rear. They are finishing off a straggler, I think. Big mid-air collision, another fortress going down. That one doesn't look like he's doing too bad, honestly. Okay, autopilot enabled. Wouldn't want to disable all the autopilots without reason. Okay. Front gun enabled, right. Inbound. SO1 109. Fortress going down. Rear attacks happening on the straggler, I think, again. Let's see if I can catch that from the ball turret. Right side to the rear. 4 o'clock low. You feel the visibility from this thing is abysmal, honestly. Yes, this aircraft actually has 10 multiplayer slots. You can play everything. You can even be pilot, co-pilot, bombardier, and navigator and everything at the same time. And Zonk mod by now also adds functionality to be lead crew. We can lead the entire 60 aircraft formation and command them to assemble and disassemble for bomb run and all of the stuff. Everything. And we can not only be 10 people in one B-17, we can crew all B-17s like we want. It's freaking amazing. Somebody's shooting at me. Oh boy. I heard that 190 and the hits, but now he's gone again. Didn't react in time. Incoming 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Whoa! Something hit us again, and I hear the 190. Right. Yeah, never mind. Okay, what's our aircraft looking like? It's actually not too bad. One engine out, lots of holes, but nothing critical, I think. Oh, rear attack.
2 o'clock.
He's gonna feel that in the morning. Somebody is shooting at some... Okay. We are drifting off to the left. Why is that? Ah, we have fallen out of one of the formations, which is way over here. So we are following like this. I think at this point we are not quite at the range where the pilot will decide to RTB, because we are alone, but it's like 15 kilometers or something, so soon. I put a ton of fighters, so it's to be expected that the formations get really heavily pummeled. Enemy aircraft destroyed. Apparently, the top turret is out of ammo or the guns are jammed. I can't fire this. The rear gunner is shooting at somebody.
Attention, fighters. 6 o'clock.
Damaged fortresses. And a smoking fighter. Straggler under attack by a fighter over there. We got one inbound, I can see that on the map. Where is he? Okay, never mind, he's not inbound to us.
Attention, fighters. 4 o'clock.
Let's see how the formation is doing. Not too bad actually for the amount of attacking fighters, that is. In vanilla IL-2 basically everybody would be shot down by now. Bomb bay doors open. I spotted an issue. Oh no, never mind. Well, I'm not quite sure. I think I might have made a little mistake. The bombs are not placed as they should be, because I think I accidentally replaced the file that I shouldn't have.
Attention, fighters. 3 o'clock.
Stuff to be expected. There should be B-17s returning to base because they are out of formation, but I don't see any. I see this one, that's cool. Oh boy. Oh Jesus. Are they all coming for us? I don't have a top turret. Uh-oh. Left waist seems to be dead. Right waist.
Attention, fighters. 1 o'clock.
At least I can... never mind, I can select him. Inbound from the rear. Interesting, they're actually coming for the stragglers. That's quite realistic and terrifying. I think one of the formations is basically gone. Like, this is one formation. This is the other. There's a bunch of stragglers which belong to them, and this formation is like only a few aircraft left. The lead formations are arriving at their target momentarily. This is not really my first stream. I have streamed a few times from time to time, but yeah, I don't do it very often. Because yeah, the mod still is in development and I want to wait until I have something really good to show until I do so, but
Attention, fighters. 2 o'clock high.
not a lot happening with my aircraft. So I guess I'm gonna keep watching the Asura formation, which is getting pummeled by a bunch of attacks right now. Marshalling yard or central station, I guess. And there's a factory right below which is getting bombed at the moment. That was an abysmal miss. Yeah, that's a bug I just now discovered. The bomb bay showed 4 bombs when it showed 12, so the bomb run was way smaller than it should have been, like a third of the size. But I think I can fix that. Yeah, that also looked like 4 bombs per plane instead of 12. IL-2 1946 does work on Windows 11, apparently on SAS and so on. The issue comes up a lot of times, but people are usually able to get it running. I wonder if I'm still carrying bombs, or if we're just flying around the target for fun.
Attention, fighters. 6 o'clock.
I can check. We do not have bombs anymore. I have enabled the RTB thing for this flight, so we should be returning to base and not flying over the target, but hey, another day, another bug. New Zonk mod smoke effects. It's just normal smoke effects, but I made them really large for factories. Top turret is firing. I told Darky to disable these straight rear attacks. He's not supposed to come in straight from the rear and get shot down like that, like an idiot. But yeah, as I just said, another day, another bug. I think these happen when they start to attack from an offset, but then the bomber is quite quick and they don't catch up quickly. They end up being right behind the bomber.
Attention, fighters. 12 o'clock high.
Hey, this is not smart. Flying around the target without bombs. Oh, lost the stabilizer. My AI pilot is doing really well for the conditions. giant plume of smoke. Sorry about the FPS, but we spawned like 50,000 buildings down there, so the city would be populated, and then that happens. It's a trade-off. You can either have good FPS or a bunch of buildings. This formation is supposed to form up on somebody. They are doing so, they are trying to get behind another formation, but they are still doing a soft turn, which is neat. I have probably messed up the order of flights because I have not tested the engine settings for the flights. I have simply changed them, and yeah, that usually goes wrong. So I'm not too sure what's going on. The rework of the B-17 model unfortunately changed the flight model as well, and now all the existing missions are out the window. Like, I had made it so that the formations would neatly get behind each other during the bomb run and then form up again, and now we have this mess. Okay, so I can actually see where they are going, I think, when I enable this. Well, wrong direction in any case. But if this aircraft is trying to get behind this one, then yeah, doing such a smooth turn because he has a formation behind him, kinda necessary. B-17 losses are still too high for my liking, because still happen a lot of mid-air collisions, fighters ram the bombers, and things like that, and unnecessary bailout behaviors, blah blah. I think in the end we will have such a mission and way more bombers will survive. This is just preliminary testing. I have a Discord server for IL-2. Actually, I have two Discord servers. The old one, which is a mess, and I have created a new one for organizing bomber missions, which we have never used until now because the mod isn't ready, but we're working on it. Okay. I have 3 kills, nice. So let's look at the mission. Yeah, the so-called To Hell and Back server is private right now. I have like 20 members because other old crew members brought their friends, but we are not active or anything. It's not yet in use. Okay, I put these to 80% here and 70% here. I don't know if that's working all right. It was on 59. So I just made a big change without testing it, and that probably screwed things up. Anyway, do I get the flight gear and give it a go as a fighter? I guess. I need to get my pedals, otherwise I'm good to go. So I need to change this to immediately spawn, put myself in one of the aircraft, and then okay. Why can't I? Because it's on preload, I suppose. Yeah, okay. Can put myself in that. So load the mission and stuff. Yeah, this should be it. So I'm gonna get the pedals and be right back. Right, haven't flown a fighter in an age. We'll see how this goes. Stick and pedals ready. I'll make the To Hell and Back Discord public as soon as we are operational again. The B-17 stuff is more or less working. We currently have an issue with assembly. Darky fixed the assembly when a player is in the lead aircraft, which is nice because, hey, now we can take off and be the lead ship, which is amazing because we have to navigate and everything. And it's not so great that if an AI is lead, ships arriving in formation during the assembly process keep breaking off again and circle around for no reason, which is dumb. Right, so I have a Logitech Extreme 3D and some Logitech pedals I don't know the name of because I bought the cheap ones. Alright. My flight has automatically engaged because this waypoint has some formation set as target, and we increased target range to global, so they don't follow me, they engage, which is as intended. Right, 190, radiator open. I think I can go full throttle if I do so. Let me check if I have all guns on one button. Yes, I do. Set the correct button joystick. Yes, it is. Nice. Do I have rudder? I do not. The IDs of my inputs keep changing and it's so annoying. So I have to at least set rudder again. Left wheel brake is all of a sudden changed from ID 3 to ID 1. Okay. Rudder. Left wheel brake. Right wheel brake. That's... okay. I hope that works. Let's see if all the controls are still working. Do I have rudder now? Yes, I do. And I have a bunch of B-17s in front of me. Okay, pull left and up. I'm second in command at the local post office now, and I have that sound, "Attention bombers" in German, as my message sound on my work phone. It's so funny. People always look like, what the fuck? Oh Jesus. That was a bad one. Hello, friend. Kind of feels like my joystick settings have been reset or something. I usually have huge dead zones and stuff because I'm an old man, and now when I touch anything, it's How do you say it? Sensitive. Yeah, exactly. This is so cool that the AI basically chooses the same attack position and that I'm flying with them. The improvement compared to vanilla, where everybody would just go for rear attacks, is so huge. I have never flown against Great Battles AI, but Krabby has usually said that the Great Battles AI is horrendous. So, I don't know, but I think so. Or so I have heard. Oh boy, I am dead. Well, let's try again, I guess. There isn't too much media on the new Mighty 8th game, right? I think I've seen some. Okay, let's see. Controls, input. That looks fine. That doesn't look fine. That looks fine. Actually, this is my settings. I'm just rusty as, you know. Okay, now that there is another waypoint in between us and the one with the target set, everybody's following me because I'm flight lead, which is nice. And if I throttle back, they should even be able to stay in formation. I think I can command everybody to stay in formation and they won't attack even if we get in range of the bombers, and then I can order them to. But honestly, I don't see a reason for that right now. I should be able to declare this waypoint as reach, which should make them attack though, which is a new feature I have not really tested. Okay, this waypoint was declared reach because we were close enough. So now everybody engages, yeah, everything makes sense. That's how it's supposed to be. I don't play Great Battles multiplayer because I never found the idea of a few aircraft flying around and doing like, yeah, maybe 2 against 3 or whatever interesting. I have always been doing the big battles with realistic amounts of aircraft. 12v12 and stuff. There is a 2-hour long, or maybe I think an hour and a half hour long video on the video making process, where I go into detail with the replays and everything. But yeah, basically it's recording footage from replays, usually. Engine fire on that one. That was in mid-air. So one fighter exploded and ripped off the rear of the fortress. That's one of the big issues in Zonk, because right now that formation lost like 3 B-17s when one was an accidental suicide by a German, and the one that I think I got bailed out with one engine fire, which could have easily been extinguished, because B-17s have 3 charges of fire extinguisher on each engine, I think. I have to watch out to not crash into my flight members here, because everybody is overtaking in the same spot. Victor's sound mod makes me hear them, which is nice. Not quite sure if I could hear them in vanilla. I haven't used vanilla sound in forever. Like a decade. Or probably longer, honestly. At the moment the B-17s aren't using their superchargers, so I think their flight performance is worse than it should be. But I think actually right now the speed they're going is quite close to what they were going in reality. So yeah, this is really nice, because with a speed advantage like this I can get in quite a lot of attacks with the 190. There's a smoking one in the back of the high group, so let's try and go for that one, if I can still manage to do something like that. Hello guys! Rein da jetzt! Whoops, that wasn't me, that was my joystick getting stuck. Guess it's time to buy another Extreme 3D. And another midair. Yeah, that really is a high priority on my list right now. We need to make the head-ons so that they actively try to avoid crashing their dumb asses into the bombers, and maybe like focus on the edges of the formation and stuff. I just noticed our gunner buff, by the way. When I was coming in alone from head-on, there was a really big amount of tracer fire coming in. Unhealthy. Attacking like this is a bad idea. He said. Let's see how much they fire. Can't see anybody shooting at me right now. Ah, there's one gunner. Yeah. Darky actually buffed their behavior a lot. They should be firing a lot. But yeah, this right now, actually, apart from the whole mid-air collision thing, is really immersive and really realistic. I'm looking for a sound modder, by the way. I want to rework the entire radio communications. I would so love to add like 5,000 samples to bomber gunners, so they call out all the stuff that's happening. I think it would be pretty easy to do something like, okay, he calls out that one bomber has an engine smoking, or that there's a 190 incoming from some angle or something. Minor hits. That was a bad attack, but I hit him. He seems to be RTBing, I think. Bomb bay doors open. The external sound in Victor's sound mod for the 190 is terrible though. Listen. I think the RTB decision is made on distance from lead. Like if they are so and so far behind from the lead aircraft, they give up in RTB. And I lost him. That's embarrassing. Ah, there he is. Maybe that's another one, that's two. Hello, Jeff H. I'm playing on a TV screen now, and I'm pretty far away. The chat is actually quite tiny. And I'm an old man now, I can't see as well. Somebody just said hold fire, that's friendly. Number 12, I'm not number 12 I think. He looks to be going down, yeah they are bailing out. Finished off my straggler, woohoo! Yeah, B-17 losses are too high for this engagement. But yeah, we're working on it. I have asked on SAS today for help, actually. Yeah. Luftwaffe units operated in Staffeln, groups of 12, yeah. So this mission has like 72 fighters. Yeah. The Americans would be way more. Like this mission would have 2 combat wings. But like the famous Schweinfurt raids had 360 US bombers and 300 German aircraft, so the ratio 1-to-1 is actually quite realistic. And while US losses were heavy when they lost 60 bombers, I think for the amount of fighters that were there, the B-17 did really well. I mean, send in 100 Heinkels and see what happens when 190s appear. And actually the Heinkel was the best German bomber statistically. There's another mid-air, so one more B-17 loss for no reason. Basically, statistically at this time in the war, it took like 20 fighter attacks to down one B-17, and yeah, if just one fighter crashes into a B-17, that's 1 attack per bomber, and that's obviously factor 20. Yeah, the ratio bombers versus fighters changed during the war. There was a mission in 44, I think, when the Allies, well, just the US attacked with nearly 2,000 bombers, and at that time Germany couldn't get up many aircraft, and then it was like 2,000 bombers plus 1,000 fighters against 30 Germans, so that ratio drastically changed over time. But yeah, in the early days it could be 1-to-1 actually. And statistically it was basically impossible to down a fortress with a 109 with 1 cannon, so... That one is smoking from everywhere. Let's add to it. Yeah, I think I got that one as well. Darky has actually decreased fighter performance as well. They used to always fire from like optimal distance, and he randomized that a bit based on skill. So rookies will fire from too far away and things like that. Yeah, that's an example right there. I don't know if you can see that in the lower stream resolution, but there was a guy like firing into nowhere from a kilometer away, which, yeah, some 19-year-old guy completely high on adrenaline because he's approaching 20 bombers head on might do, for sure. Hello, Mr. Mercenary. Yeah, I don't often stream, I know. I promise once we get the mod to work properly, I'll do streams of the multi-crew events and stuff. If I get people together to actually do those again. When you become inactive for like 5 years, it's hard to gather people, understandably. That's a bad approach. Most effective in real life, I suppose the 190. In 1946 it's a 190 as well. In 1946 the 262 is really great, but that really didn't happen in real life. But IL-2 does realistically display the 262's reliability issues. Whenever we tried to film 262 missions, basically 80% of everybody crashed on takeoff or landing or engine startup and things like that. Because it catches fire all the time. It also happened to me once where I wasn't even touching the throttle and I just suddenly caught fire, which is completely fine and realistic. That thing was a piece of junk because of a load of issues. But yeah, if it works and you get a bomber in front of those 4 30mm cannons, it's a monster. I don't have an opinion on IL-2 Great Battles. I don't have anything to do with it. I don't watch content. I don't fly it. I don't know. I just see people I know from playing 1946 that they are flying that. That's it. I have installed it. I've like flown for a few hours. I didn't play it enough to even figure out if it's my thing, and we tried to record a mission in multi-crew once to make a video, and that didn't go well. Like it would have been an abysmal video. Why is nobody shooting at me? The gunners must be focused on somebody else, maybe the other 5 aircraft that are currently flying through the formation. And another mid-air. Yeah. Primary issue right now. Yeah, technically we can do TA-183 videos all day now because the bomber formations we fly against work fine now. Yeah. I think I just got hit in the engine and lost basically no, never mind. I think it's recovered. I think 1946, with having the old graphics and lower CPU usage per plane, has more reserve to use ground objects or number of planes. So yeah, if I want to stage a big battle, I'm going for 1946 all the time. Yes, YouTube automatically creates a stream, a video of the stream under the live section. You can watch all the streams we have ever done there, actually. I think 3 BF-109K14s were made, and yeah, it is in BAT and stuff. But yeah, that's not my cup of tea. I fly the workhorses that were in service for a long time and all the time. I don't think it's worth shooting at that guy anymore. Because the AI will eventually crash, but... I think this would be kind of a Franz Stiegler incident situation, because that aircraft basically can't fight back anymore. Let's go for the other one that isn't damaged as much. I think I'm basically out of cannon ammo anyway, and I'm gonna RTB when I have only machine guns left, so we are about to be done. Yeah, that's nice of you. Yeah, having grown up with IL-2, I can always like kind of fly, I guess. It's like riding a bike. Looks like one of the formations got completely wiped out again. This one looks pristine. Lots of losses, and the one is completely gone. Mm, 1946 controls aren't difficult. There's one set that can be used for all aircraft types, basically. Like, that's one of the nice things, in my opinion, about 1946. It's easy to learn because every aircraft just has, like, supercharger, and it's a one button for nearly all aircraft. And, like rudder trim or whatever, it's just the same. You don't have to learn cockpits or something. I don't recommend flying with mouse and keyboard. Get the $50 and buy an Extreme 3D, it's worth it. But yes, you can fly with mouse and keyboard. Everywhere. Amazon, I don't know. You might want to get a more educated opinion on joysticks, because I've just always bought the cheap one. It might not be a good idea to do so. I don't know. Okay, out of cannon ammo. And here we go. Break off and try to land. My famous 190 landings. Boom! And actually, I have the feature in Zonk already to rearm and refuel. So in theory I could put triggers and at least get new ammunition and fuel and go again. But I haven't set that up in this mission, because it was supposed to be flown from the bomber perspective. But yeah, fun fact, we have rearm and refuel in Zonk. Yeah. I do not know what the wind settings are and what direction I should be landing in. We're just gonna wing it, I guess.
Nummer 9, zurück, abbrechen, wiederhole, sofort abbrechen, zurück nach Hause, Ende.
Looks like the bomb run's completely missed again.
Nummer 13, zurück, abbrechen, wiederhole, sofort abbrechen, zurück nach Hause, Ende. Nummer 15, zurück, abbrechen, wiederhole, sofort abbrechen, zurück nach Hause, Ende. Nummer 14, zurück, abbrechen, wiederhole, sofort abbrechen, zurück nach Hause, Ende. Da reißt es ihn.
Are my flaps deploying? I think so. Yes. Oops. Shows green, that's good.
Auf 2 Uhr. Nummer 16, zurück, abbrechen, wiederhole.
Yeah, the old multicam, multi-crew or multiplayer videos were so much work. It's nice to hear that somebody still appreciates them. We sometimes did like 8 takes with everybody being pissed off and annoyed that we have to go again and stuff. When we started developing Zonk, everything became a buggy nightmare as well.
Achtung, Bomber auf 10 Uhr. Sich vorne, sich spring ab.
But good memories overall.
Nummer 12. Halt aus, sich los, raus da. Nummer 12.
Whoa, what the fuck? Okay. I suppose my brakes are completely pressed right now, or something? Yeah, I think it needs to be maybe this the other way around, so that they get pressed when I actually press the pedals. I don't know. So I was gonna do some I think I need to replace some files in the B-17 folders to fix the B-17s having the proper loadouts instead of... They should have 12 bombs instead of 4 and stuff. Anyway, so I'm gonna leave it at this. I hope everybody enjoyed this. And yeah, talk to you soon, everybody. Any help with modding is welcome. We have Discord servers and everything. I need Java coders, I need 3D modelers, I need texture artists, everything. Come and help us, guys! Maybe. Anyway, that is going to be it. Bye-bye.